All right, we are in March now, which means that these are books that I would like to read this month. Am I going to read all of those? Most likely not. Just being realistic, because these books do have some depth to them. The first book I plan on reading is A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Ganya. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about, but Homegirl is Boricua. So I was like, oh, yes, I need to read it. I believe this is a series. I think there's 2 other books. Maybe, is there 2? There's either 2 other books or 3. Either way, one just came out. I don't know what it's about, but given the title, I'm thinking maybe they're in like a situationship, if you will. It most likely has to do with them benefiting from one another in some way, shape, or form. So that's what I'm thinking this book is about. I think it's about darn time that I finished the Twisted series. So I will be reading, or I plan to read, Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I did not like Twisted Hate, which is the 3rd book. I don't know, maybe it was the audiobook. I'm not sure. However, since they have announced that they are doing a TV adaptation of the series, whenever it's planned that the first series or whatever is going to come out, I will reread the series, but physically reread them, because maybe it's an audiobook that just had me kind of iffy on the 3rd book. I'm not sure, but I plan on rereading the physical series just so I can really, 1, remember what the hell was going on in each of the books, and 2, to see if maybe it was just the audiobook that had me feeling a certain way about the book or whatever. A very much anticipated read. I plan on starting the Boys of Tommen series. This is the first book, Binding 13 by, who is this by? Chloe Walsh. I have been putting this off for maybe a year, maybe more than a year, because I heard that it really messes with you. Like it has you quite emotional. So I'm a little nervous, to be honest. And if you saw my last video of my February wrap up, you know that I read Satan's Affair by H.G. Carlton, because it's recommended to read that first before you go into the cat and mouse duet. That being said, I do plan on reading Haunting Adeline. I don't know how to feel about this right now. At first, I was so excited to get this book and start reading it and yada yada yada. But after reading Satan's Affair, I don't know how to feel now, because that was something else. That I may have to pace myself with this series. We're gonna see, or I may have to throw in a book that's kind of light and fluffy to kind of help give me a little palate cleanser while like in between chapters or something. I don't know, but we're gonna see how that goes. Another anticipated read is Gothicana by Runix. I did see that Runix is coming out with a 2nd book. It's called like Enigma or something like that, I believe. I have no idea what this book is about, but I've had it since it was released with the sprayed edges, like the purple sprayed edging. No idea what it's about. I do know that it is perhaps dark academia. Hopefully it's not too dark like Satan's Affair, because if so, I'm going to need to throw, again, some fluffy romance books into this mix. Another anticipated read. I've been holding off on this for a while too. Babel by R.F. Kuang. Is it Babel or is it Babel? I say Babel. It just makes sense. This is supposed to be like another dark academia book. Again, no clue what it's about. So I kind of want to get the paperback, but if it's on Kindle Unlimited, then I may just read this on Kindle Unlimited, because sometimes you don't want to be holding a hardcover when you're reading a book. Lastly, of course, I need to read Onyx Storm. I took a little breather from Fourth Wing before I read Iron Flame. And again, I'm taking another breather before I read Onyx Storm. Whether or not I want to continue that little breather, I have no idea, because when I think about reading this, I think about Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and all the emotions just kind of come back. But nonetheless, you know what? I may just ride through it, I may not give myself more of a breather. I may just, just go straight into it and be like, you know what? I need to get my emotions over with this series. So I do plan on reading this. But I'm a little scared. Anyways, those are the books that I do plan on reading for March. I am very, very nervous because some of this stuff is pretty dark, or it does deal with like tough situations. So I may have to throw in some fluffy romance books. And I do have light-hearted, fluffy romances. I just have to look for them and see which ones I would probably want to read. Or if whether or not I'm just going to take a break from reading to just kind of give myself a little cleanse, shall you? If you may, shall you say? Oh my goodness, I'm fumbling over my words. I think I've been talking too much. So I'm just going to end this video before I just start saying God knows what. But yeah, this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books that I plan on reading this month, and they're all pretty thick books. So this is going to be interesting on whether or not I will actually read all of these books, get through them all. Nevertheless, I will most likely start with this book because it is the thinnest one out of all of them. It only has less than like 330 pages. The rest have way more. If y'all read these, let me know what y'all thought about them. Or if you are planning on reading them this month as well. Because honestly, I don't have anyone in my life that I can talk to about books. So y'all are my book family. No matter how little of y'all y'all are my book family, so I can talk to y'all about books, which I absolutely love. But anyways, yeah, that is my March TBR. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Anyways, bye.